guys, welcome everyone here to the Smash Sports Show right here on Smash FM here on Lockdown Wednesday here in Melbourne. Of course, let's go across to Adelaide in particular and of course speak to the Metro Jets Netball Club, of course, who are part of the Premier League over there in South Australia. And of course, we got 5 very special guest joins right now from that team to tell us a bit about it. Thanks all you for joining us.
Thanks for having
us. Thank you. Hello.
I'll get each of you to introduce yourselves and I'll see you what position you all are involved in at Metro.
Okay, I'll start. Trudy Barker, I'm the head coach of the team. So been here for my second year.
I'm Monet Lyle and I'm in mid-court, so centre wing attack position.
I'm Ree. I'm mid-court as well, but predominantly centre wing defence.
And I'm Bats and I'm also mid-court.
And our captain.
Yeah. And I'm Giggs. I'm the goalkeeper.
Tell us a bit about the season so far for the Jets.
I think it's been a bit of a slow season for us. We've got lots of talent on the team. I think we're getting into it more in the second half. But yeah, I think each of us bring a lot to it. But yeah, just got to push on through.
Lots of young girls in the squad, which is super promising for the future of the club. I'm the oldest person playing Premier League at 36. So, yeah, some of these girls less than half of my age. Yeah, it's being an experienced player, seeing these young girls come through. It's just amazing what they've learned at such a young age and what they're able to do on court, for sure.
I asked my next question. Obviously, I've got another player from that Metro Jets team joins right now. I'll get her to introduce herself as well and what position she plays on the court.
Okay, I'm Poppy and I play goal attack.
How's the preparations like heading to this week's game?
We're going into our second round, so we're up against Garville. We lost to Garville in the first game of the season too, so it's pretty tough. We went down by 11. So our preparation moving forward as a team, we've come up and we beat Oakdale by 14. We had a really good game last week against Contacts, which were in the final last year. So we're moving forward as a club and as a team, and everyone's sort of starting to play really well and gel really well together.
Co-players in your team that's had a great season so far, and you can't include yourself.
That's not me.
I would have to say probably our captain, Bats, and Giggs, the goalkeeper, Tara. Sorry, they've been very consistent so far. I think they've both played every game. But yeah, it's just about their consistency on court. They're always going out and giving it their best, and good leaders on court as well.
Oh, bless. I'd definitely, agree with her, not just for myself, but for Bats as well. And Tam, our goal shooter, has definitely in the last couple of games stepped up massively, like holding stronger, becoming more of a target in that area, taking control of the goalie circle. Monet as well. She's definitely had a bit of a slow start to this season, but has definitely taken those opportunities as one of the younger girls in the squad. Yeah, amazing. Probably Tessa as well. She's our wing defence. Never played wing defence before and doing a really good job. It's probably one of the hardest positions to play because there's such limited opportunities for you to have an impact on the game. But she's like a coat. You can't get away from her. She's all over you. And I think like how she's applied herself to that position is a credit to her attitude and skill level and just willingness to give it a crack.
To the players, be very careful to answer my next question. Tell us a bit about your amazing coaches there at Metro Jets.
Careful.
Trudy is a very good coach. She's come into the club of just recent times off the back of some tougher times, I guess, and has just come in and brought a fresh mind for all of us. She teaches us so much each week, new skills, and just as players, she wants the best for us. And yeah, we're definitely getting a lot of learnings out of her. So it's great to have her on board here.
Yeah, being a very experienced player as well. I've found, I've been coached by Trudy for a number of years now at other clubs as well. And just her, I guess because she played at such a high level, like for Ravens for 7 years, was it, Trudy?
Yes, love. Yep.
Yep. Starting wing defence. So her experience and understanding of what we all go through definitely translates perfectly into her coaching role. Like, she knows exactly what you're going through, so you can kind of talk to you on that level, not just as a coach. She talks to you like you're a player, makes things very easy to understand. She's very organised too, which is always good.
I like that during our training sessions we can have fun, but I always know that it's going to be a hard session and I'm learning something every week, and then we're improving it and applying it to our games. It's not just something random, it's always something specific for us to improve on. So yeah.
What's the goals for your teams out there at Metro Jets for the rest of this season?
I think our goals for the rest of the season are just to build on what we started in the first half. So we got 2 wins in the first round. So we're hoping to beat those other teams that we came close to, and just, I guess, keep building, and then put us in a good position to start again next year, I guess. We've still got a chance to make the finals. We just got to make sure that we get those wins.
Build consistency through our performance as well. Like Bat said, building on what we've been doing the last few weeks, still trusting in one another, getting those connections even sharper, and just making the most of any opportunity that we can, for sure.
Now, I know this is going to sound a really silly question to ask, but is there a particular team that you love to beat the most?
Maybe you can answer that. There's a few.
I think getting the win over Oakdale, that one always feels really good for us, particularly this year. But again, we have really good games against Jags and South Adelaide. So for me, I love beating those teams. Yeah. And actually Garville. It took me about 8 years to beat Garville, so to get that first win against them felt pretty special.
Now, how have you gone against the defending champions at the moment?
We lost by 24. But the Tricks are quite solid. They've got a really good group coming through. But we so much better than the previous year as a group and as a whole shooting target. But I think our defenders and our combinations we had down there are improving as a whole unit, which really helped us get a closer margin, and hopefully second time around we can get even closer.
Now, how did all you get involved in netball, and why did you choose it?
I actually, when I first started netball, I was just down at my local courts at Hart Street. My first game, I actually ran off crying because I was too scared to play the game. But after that, my sister was playing out there, so I just followed her along and played it ever since. So
I was down at the same community-based netball down at Hart Street, so I started there, and then I was involved just because my mum played when she was younger, so I wanted to play and be like her, and then it just went from there, and I haven't really stopped.
Yeah, mine's a bit the same as Mon's actually. Mum was always a netballer, so she got me into it, and I was really shy as a young girl, so Mum thought it would get me talking a little bit, but I was just too scared to move or talk to anyone, so I just stood still in the middle of the court. And now I'm captain, so I can talk now.
My journey started 31 years ago when I was 5. my dad is a father of 3 girls, but was heavily involved in a football team. So he's him and the footy guys that had daughters started a netball club. So I was part of an inaugural team in the same community-based Hart Street competition as what Mon and Ree were playing in, but obviously many years before they were even a twinkle in their father's eyes. So, yeah, haven't stopped. Well, that's not true. I've had 2 years off in the last 31, so it's been probably my longest lasting relationship with anything, and definitely something that anybody at any stage can always ask, hey, how's netball going? Like, it's such a massive outlet. The girlfriends that you make through netball are generally for life. The connections that you can make through that community and the amount of people that you can meet and all the rest of it. It's not just about the game, it's about that community and family environment. Like, you get known pretty quickly, especially if you play like I do.
Well, my story's a little bit different. So I didn't start netball like properly until like 3 years ago, really. And I just kind of played for school, and I played basketball as well. But yeah, that's it.
So mine's different again. I played 3 sports growing up, did calisthenics and netball and athletics. Athletics was my passion at the time. I was a state high jumper, so that's heavily involved with that sport. But that was more of an individual base, and I started to enjoy the team-orientated sport more in netball, and I gave up the other 2 because of that, and played it ever since, and still play it with a group of long friends that have played in many different clubs. So as Gig said, you have a lifetime of friends. I'm not going to tell them my team name.
You all mentioned what position you'll play on the court. This is to the players. If you had a preferred position where you like to convince your coaches to put you, be very careful to answer this one as well. Where would that be? And here's your chance now.
Goal attack.
You're all too short. No, you're all too short. You can't play there.
No, I want to be a goalkeeper.
You're too
No,
short.
I'm not. I can jump.
I Gigs his back.
I got about 30 seconds in goalkeeper once in Premier League, and I'm flipping off it.
Oh, where about you, Gigs?
Nah, I'm happy where I am. I played in my strengths. I don't want to play anything else. But I have enjoyed my little runs out in goal defence, even though I look like a chicken with their head chopped off at times. But no, it's been nice for a change, and definitely has grown my appreciation for what my goal defences go through, and kind of makes me a little bit more understanding as a goalkeeper when I'm going, why are you doing this? Now I know. So I apologise to them.
Centre.
Oh, yeah. Being a basketballer, you could probably run centre.
Any highlights throughout all your netball journey so far for each of you?
I reckon for me, getting to play an Indigenous round this year was really special. We've seen a few other clubs get to play in an Indigenous round, so to be involved this year, definitely be a highlight, I think.
Absolutely.
No, I think for me,
Anyone else?
making the
Sorry.
squad was pretty exciting. I think people forget it's a bit of an honour playing at this level. It's extremely hard and a lot of dedication. So yeah, being in the squad, I think I was 16 when I made the squad. So other young girls coming through, and they've got lots of talent, like including Mon. She's a part of the state team, so looking forward to seeing what she brings in future years.
Yeah, the fact that I can still play at this level at my ripe old age, and being accepted. So, like by these younger girls and all the rest of it, just being able to open their minds a little bit, change some mindsets on their approaches to how to hit the core as well. I definitely enjoy the mentoring side of things at the moment, and just watching people, go, or when they come back to you and go, oh my God, it actually worked. That was amazing. How did I not think of that before? And I'm like, it'll come.
Coaching moment.
Yeah.
Now, what does the sport of netball mean to all of you, and especially being there at Metro Jets?
I think here at Jets, we've developed a real family community here. So when you come, everyone's so lovely and involving, and it's really good.
Yeah, I think that's the perfect word to describe it.
Family club.
Yeah, 7 sisters on court with you.
Yep, the same.
The camaraderie, you can't go past it. Just making those connections that you may not have normally. I don't go out of my way to hang out with 17-year-olds, but I definitely enjoy their company, and it's just such an array of different personalities, and learning about one another, connecting with people that you may not normally, but you have that common goal and interest, and it's just they just get around you. So it's just an awesome support system as well.
Now, this question particularly goes to the coach and the captain of the team. What does it mean to be a captain and a coach? What does it mean to both of you?
I think for me, I've been at the club, this is my 9th season as part of the squad. So I've been able to play under some pretty good captains. To be able to lead the team and lead by example, I think, it's something special, and particularly to be able to lead the young ones. I think for me, there's a few things that I want to see the players learn from me. And so I think, it's pretty cool to be able to, lead the way and hope that they follow as well.
As a coach at this club, it's rewarding that you're seeing success finally happen, and everyone grow and develop as athletes. And that's my goal as a coach, is to ideally develop each individual, but making sure they all come together as a group and having success. Maybe not this year, but hopefully towards next year, we're going to have some real success and pushing finals if we're not doing it this year. So I just think keeping the group together, establishing the culture at the club, which we're trying to do. As we've said, it's very much a family club. We're all very supportive of each other, and that's what will get us success at the end. And they're all very welcoming. They're all keen to learn. As Giggs has said, they're a very young group. But Giggs is being one of the senior ones there. They all look up to her, and we still want her to be a part of this group and growing our club to as much success as we can, like the Matrix that have been around for 40 years, Contacts even longer, and Garville. We've only been in the Premier League competition for 7 years. So we've got a lot of learning, a lot of growing, and it's exciting times ahead for the club.
Now, let's finish up with a couple of light-hearted questions about the team. Firstly, who had the most embarrassing moment on the court this season, and what was it?
Good thing.
We've had a few. Oh, go Pops.
Oh, it was just Monet when she ran out at centre but was wing attack on the centre pass.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
I forgot which position I was in and got a bit excited and headed to take the centre pass when I was meant to be back waiting to receive the ball. So that was a bit silly.
I think Tessa did that as well. She was playing wing defence and ran into the goal circle to get the ball and sort of tried to complain a bit to the umpire, I reckon. Why was she getting called or picked up?
She's in the wrong position.
Yeah. I don't think there's been any Falcons from Tessa, has there?
Only at training.
Only at training.
Yeah.
Behind the closed doors.
Yeah.
Has any of this been caught on camera?
Mine's one
Mine
was.
was.
Yeah.
I think Tessa's might have.
Yeah, Tessa's was as well,
yeah. Yeah, so we can highlight them later.
Now, who's the comedian, the best singer, the best dancer on the team?
Sarah's definitely the comedian, and well,
I wouldn't say best singer.
No, she'd probably rate herself as a singer.
I think Giggs is a pretty good comedian as well.
Yeah.
She's got moves, Sarah.
Lots of them.
All her TikTok moves.
Yeah, all the young ones, I reckon, are the dancers.
Yeah, come on, you and the others all dance and TikTok and put themselves on camera. I'm like, what are they doing? Oh, they're just doing another TikTok.
Chloe. Oh yeah,
Chloe goes right.
I think she danced.
Yeah. We'll say Chloe can dance as a marcher. Yeah,
she's got rhythm.
Dancing, but
Something.
yeah.
Well, just answer my next question about TikTok. So I'll move on to the next question, which is, do either of you have any pre-game superstition or ritual?
Three.
Yes. I have to wear the same underwear the whole season, the same bra. My hair has to be the same. Everything has to be the same the whole season. So yeah, I'm very superstitious. And even the person has to be, like, if I'm bibbing up for the game, it has to be the same person every week, bib me up.
She'll tell you off otherwise.
I'm going to ask this one before, if anyone else has got any pre-game superstition, but I've got to ask Ray this question then. So how's that pre-game superstition going so far this season?
Well, it got us a win, so it's okay.
Yeah.
So yeah. But yeah, if it doesn't work this season, then we change it up next season. But you have to wait. You can't change it halfway through.
No.
Lots of toilet breaks.
Oh yeah. I will always have to tape and put my left shoe on before I do my right one. And I also will have to go to the toilet twice before a game. No exceptions, have to go twice. Even if I don't actually have to go, just gotta try.
Yeah, I used to be bad. If I had a good game, okay, this is really bad. If I had a good game years back, I would pretend to mum that I washed my uniform, but actually I'd just hang it outside to air out because I didn't want to wash the makeup off my dress. But I've calmed down now. The only thing I do now is I just have to make sure that I paint my shoes. So my shoes have to be different to everyone else's on court.
Limited edition, we call them.
Yeah, it's a trend.
Don't be.
It's not a superstition, it's a trend.
Yeah.
She's just trying to be trendy.
But no, I can't play if I've got the same shoes as someone else. So I'll have to forfeit.
That's funny.
I think my only ritual would be I always warm up as far away from the bench and coach's eyes as possible. I don't know. I just feel more comfortable warming up on the other side of the court, opposite to where we actually bib up and all the rest. It's just something that I've done for years and almost do without thinking now. But I don't really care. I just do it.
I don't have one, but I remember a player had to vacuum. She used to vacuum her house before she'd go out to play. That's quite funny.
That's good.
But
The house,
wow.
the house was clean, but yeah, bit bizarre, but yeah.
Cam brushes her teeth before games.
Yeah, me
Yeah.
and Sarah as well have to do that.
Yeah.
Clean teeth.
Yeah.
What would be your advice to people out there that should get involved in netball, especially down there at Metro Jets?
Particularly at our club, we're a very welcoming club. We have a lot of fun, like to get together and have a few social events. So, yeah, definitely Metro Jets the place to be.
Young club, growing club, plenty of opportunity.
Yeah.
I think even just netball in general as well, it's good to be in that team environment. Like we've said before, you meet so many new people and you're good friends for life. So, yeah.
You have a bad day and you know that you can come out to training and forget about everything else that's gone on.
Thank you so much for giving up your time to join us. I want to send our best wishes to all of you for this weekend's game in particular, and of course, this week's game. And let's hope it all goes well, and maybe we'll get to catch up with all you again a little bit later on the season.
Sounds great. Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Thanks for having us. See ya.
Thanks.
No worries. And that's the Metro Jets Netball Club there, because if you want to get down into to watch them in action throughout the 2021 season, we'll put all the details up on their next game, because coming up in the next couple of days. There's more on the Smash Sport Show right after this. Don't go away here on the Wednesday edition.